Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com. Hello, and welcome all you wonderful, beautiful people to tonight's Chief Talk. No, I'm not pulling a quick one on you. I'm not tricking you. I am not hiding Bob the Cigar Guy on the other side of the studio. He is not here. And before everybody leaves, because he's not here tonight, we hit just 20 people right then and there just for a half a second. Now we're back down to 18, but we did hit 20. So congratulations, 16 Chief Talks in a row at 20, at least 16, right? Every Chief Talk this year so far at 20, at least at some point during the show. So round of applause for everybody in your effort to be here. Thank you so much. I should try to start the stream on time this week instead of being a minute late like I was last week. But I want to give a big welcome into Mr. D. Boyd, Mac Bergson, Stogie, Sister Georgie Dermody, Gary Zanstra, Hunter Otts, Banker John. Greetings, Chief, BTCG, and the peeps. Happy Thursday. Y'all looking forward to a trip down to the Low Country next Thursday. Ooh, nice. What you doing in the Low Country? Supremo Tobacco, howdy. Just got home from work, and see, I didn't miss anything. Sure didn't. Right here on time. Charles Adamson, welcome in. Cal, not drinking anything tonight, but I am smoking my father, the judge. Ooh. Georgia Dermody smoking a Sakakon with a sample of 22 Eagle Rare 17. Mac Bergson with the Go Jags. It's draft night. Thankfully, since none of the potatoes are eligible for the draft. Not yet. A couple more years. Bob Ellis, Diana Burns, how are we doing this evening? I do want to know, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? I am going to be lighting up the Liga Privada 10 Savage Feast. This Savage Feast was from the actual Savage Feast event. So this bad boy has been sitting and waiting for just a little bit. So I'm excited to get into smoking this with you guys and gals. And because I just ran out of my Dr. Pepper, I'm going to be taking paying a little homage to Bob the Cigar Guy and drinking some Diet Pepsi. So there is a slight hint of a possibility that Bob the Cigar Guy could show up on stream this evening. But the reason for the absence of Bob the Cigar Guy this evening is my mom is actually closer geo-located wise to Mac Bergson than I am. My mom is down in Florida for the next few days. She's celebrating the birthday of one of her good friends from high school, a family friend who we love dearly. Happy 50th birthday. So she flew down to Florida this morning, well, midday today. And so my dad is actually on niece and nephew duty. His grandchildren, my niece and nephew. So he's on duty to take care of them, at least until they go to bed, and then he'll lock all the doors and maybe come out here. I don't know. We'll see. There's a chance that he might not come. So we're going to continue to just run the show like it used to be. Let's see. Diana Burns, we are going to be eating dinner and watching you. Ooh, what's for dinner tonight? Georgia Jeremy says, no Dr. Pepper, blasphemy. There are some Dr. Peppers over there. They're just in a box, and I couldn't be bothered to open them up right before the show. So, Stogie Sister with the face palm with the Pepsi. Sorry, it's just the wettest thing that I could grab over there to drink. Hunter Ott says, have you smoked that Rocky Patel A10 yet? No, I haven't in my shrine for Hunter Otts. Jay Bates, welcome into the show this evening. How are you doing this evening? Charles Adamson smoking a CAO Pilon Añejo. Diana Burns says Panda Express had a busy day. Look, I love me some Panda. We don't have a whole lot of Panda in our area, and I'm getting the Panda Express over on my side of town, I believe, and I'm so excited for it. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with eating the Panda. I got Chipotle on the way here. I got a chicken bowl. So, double chicken. And then it didn't get charged for the double chicken. Even after I say, hey, you didn't charge me for the double, they were like, that's okay. Just get out of here. So, hey, your boys stay winning. Your boys stay winning. So I want to know how's your week been? We'll get the chat going. We're gonna have to go back to old school Chief Talk, where it's basically just me and you guys going back and forth. So tonight's Chief Talk really relies upon you guys. I'm gonna try to interject some ideas of things that we can talk about. The first of those being, how have you guys enjoyed the PCA content this week? Since last week, there's come about a handful of videos. We've done Drew Estate twice. Who else did we do? Artisanal del Tobacco. Was that last week, or was that in between this week and last? I can't remember. They all kind of sort of run together for me after a while. But we did Blackened. We did Drew Estate. I just pulled up the whole entire stream, so you guys are gonna hear me for just a half a second. What we got? We got Blackened. Oh, Blackened, Drew Estate, and Adventura. That we've done. How have you guys liked those? Of those three, what has been your favorite moment so far? If you haven't watched any of those PCA videos, why not? And get over there and do it. I really enjoyed the Drew Estate video a lot because obviously Drew Estate is like our key parent sponsor here at the Bob the Cigar Guy YouTube channel, Chief Talk, Chevetta Report. They sponsored the PCA content, as you guys know, by watching every video from last year and this year. They sponsored our PCA content. So it was awesome to get over there and get some content. Unfortunately, that'll be the last Drew Estate content we get. We didn't get time. Our time schedule and Willie Herrera's time schedule did not line up for us to be able to get an interview with Willie Herrera. Drew Estate, if you saw in the short video that I posted over on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts, there's a snippet of Bob the Cigar Guy sitting down with Jonathan Drew and Isola talking through their interview. So I'd love for Drew Estate to post that interview content, and if not, maybe I can get a hold of it and I can publish it over on my end, or our end over here on Bob the Cigar Guy. So that'll do it for our Bob the Cigar Guy content. Tomorrow's content is Mac Anudo. So I'm actually kind of excited because I didn't get to listen to that one as much. Now, one of the things that I hated about having to shoot the Drew Estate footage was I had to hand hold the camera the whole time. And so a lot of the footage is shaky because I was having to hold the camera and I was having to move away from people who are walking behind me because Drew Estate's booth was packed, and it was full of people who were excited to see Drew Estate, order Drew Estate, and just be over there to party. As you guys saw in the B-roll, Eli was spinning the tunes yet again. I love my boy Eli. Drew Estate's official DJ. Well, that's another reason why I want to smoke this cigar tonight, is because it's the Drew Estate week. 2 Drew Estate videos dropped. I mean, the Blackened video, but it's Drew Estate. It was kind of cool getting to listen to Rob Dietrich talk about a little bit of the process of the way that he blends whiskeys to make his blackened whiskeys, and how they paired those thoughts together when it came to the cigars and whatnot. I thought that was a lot of fun. Diana Burns says, great series and video content. Thank you. Jay Bates, I'm doing good. My friend just got home a few hours ago from a work conference in Grand Rapids. Just got my yard chores done. Now lighting up a UC10 and a little fire. Uh-oh. Jay Bates. Doug's Boyd, great content. Thank you. Appreciate that. Diana Burns says, I haven't seen the newest ones yet. Well, when you get time, when you're relaxing and Dan's bothering you, just lock yourself away and enjoy some PCA content from Bob the Cigar Guy. Georgie Dermody with the awesome content. Thank you, Georgie Dermody. Gary says, they've been great. This is watch Drew Estate interview on my local cigar lounge. Oh, nice. Mac Bergen said, hey, Brian. Charles Adamson said, any idea when DE will air the BTCG interview? I have no idea. I have no control over any of that. I know Drew Estate was releasing some of their PCA interviews intermittently over the past couple weeks, but I haven't seen them post one here recently. So I don't know if they're done. I don't know if they're taking a break. I don't know if there's a pause. Eventually, if I don't see it come out on Drew Estate's end, I'll ask over and see if I can get the footage somehow, or if they have an intent to publish it anywhere. Diana Burns says, Dan is outside with a friend and his motorcycle. I hope they're having fun. Matt Bergen says, Jay Bates crushing life. It is like a garage door in his head. He is crushing life. Diana Burns says, we love watching together when we can. Aw, bringing the family together. Sammy Flo! What is going on, my brother? What are you smoking tonight? Oh, you beat me to the joke. Darn you, Jay. Stealing my thunder like that. I try, Mac, as long as the garage door doesn't crush me first. BTC videos are all great. We appreciate that. Michael Zachvik, hey guys. Sammy Flo, what's up, Jay Bates? Mac Bergen said, hey, Sammy Flo. You guys are just a nice little community of fun guys together. Thank you, Brian, for the love over on Facebook. Michael Zachvik, Maron Maggio, Jamie Vaughn, Jay Bates, Charles Adamson, Mac Burks, and Christian Albert. Thank you for the like over on Facebook. And to the 17 of you who are watching over on YouTube, I'm sure you guys have all smashed that like button. We do greatly appreciate it. And to the 5 of you who are currently on Facebook, thank you so much. Same Flo says he's not smoking tonight. I'm indoors watching you, the Yankees and Knicks. And the Knicks, same time. Whoa. Man. And somehow I made it on a screen. That speaks volumes and testament to Sammy Flo. Thank you for hitting the love button on Facebook. That just speaks volumes to the character of Sammy Flo, is that he would also have me on a screen while he has his 2 beloved sports teams on the screen at the same time. B. Conrad, good evening. Love the interview. Saka's was like watching true friends visit. Absolutely. I think Steve Saka actually looks forward to the Bob the Cigar Guy time slot. Like when we got over there, it's almost like this sense of joy overcame Steve to be able to sit down and talk and just have a good hangout time. Sam Flo says, where's Bob? Bob the Cigar Guy is currently a single bachelor this weekend. My mom took down to Florida for the weekend to celebrate a birthday. And so he is in the house right now with my niece and nephew, probably putting them to bed soon or getting them ready for bed. So he's on grandpa duty this evening. Hunter Ott says, do we know yet if there's anything different about this year's Barn Smokers? There is different stuff to Barn Smokers this year. I'm not sure of all of the intricate details as to what's new. I have no No, Bob the Cigar got to talk some. My cigar keeps going somewhat out on me. So there's not like and correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody who's watching knows the specifics as well. Um, to my knowledge, VIP and general admission get in at the same time. There is no VIP party. There's just some experiences at the Barn Smoker that are catered towards the VIP uh, ticket holders. I don't know what those are. I would love to be able to sit in on the Barn Smoker meetings while they're concocting up what they're going to do for the next year, but unfortunately, I don't have that ability. I don't have that privilege. Um, so I think that's pretty much the main difference. It's another long, full day event like last year, um, but I think VIP and general admission all get in at the same time. Um, Max says, "Go Knicks! Can't stand the 76ers in their process." Mac Bergson, is BTCG at the draft, waiting to get called by the Jets, getting ready to get called by the Jags. Sammy Flo, I can only imagine Bob making up his own bedtime stories. Oh, it's something. Those bedtime stories. You think the story times with Bobby and Squashy or something. B. Conrad says he's giving them ice cream and not putting them to bed. He wants to make sure they go to sleep. He don't want to have to sit in there and babysit all night. He wants to get out here and smoke and be out here with you guys. Sammy Flo says 11 to 6 p.m. all same time. VIP will have indoor tent. Dan Burns, welcome back to the show. Dan Burns says, just got in, going to fix my dinner, then I'll sit and watch. Hey, man, get you a big healthy scoop of that Panda Express. Georgie Dermody, not doing the Barn Smoker this year, heading to the Great Smoke next year. Ooh. Supreme Tobacco says, what up, me on YouTube? Now on YouTube, as he's watching, he can go and see. I got some cross watchers. Appreciate it. YouTube Inception. I do appreciate all the love and the interaction. Supremo Tobacco and Sammy Flo hit the love button over on Facebook. Appreciate that. Randy B, Michael Zakovec, thank you for also hitting the like button over on Facebook. 20 people on YouTube. Appreciate you if you hit the like button. Does great numbers. I just can't see that information, unfortunately. I feel like I say that every week, but I feel like I need to say it just to encourage the farming of likes. So when it comes to barn smokers for next year, I think that's pretty much the main difference is everybody gets in at the same time, which is originally how it used to be. Everybody got in at the same time, but there was no VIP versus general admission. It was all just the same, which I kind of miss. I mean, I'm glad it's not all VIP, right? Because then a whole lot of people wouldn't be able to buy tickets because those tickets are double, triple the price sometimes, especially when it was the Savage Feast. But there was a nicety to when everything was just plain Jane, right? I think it was 2019 was the first year of the induction of the VIP process, if I can remember correctly. And the VIP was like, at some places it was a dinner and a private smoking event the night before, and then in Florida it was a dinner and private smoking event the same day of the night of. But it was, and then obviously Savage Feast came in and just blew everything out of the water. That was a wild and crazy, awesome experience. And then last year was a little different with VIP getting in earlier and having some, smoking time out at the farm. Hunter Out says, I wonder why they stopped the pre-night VIP dinners. I don't know. That's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of logistics to get behind. I mean, you've got to make sure now you're working with sometimes 2 venues, 2 locations. So, I don't know. Anthony Janis dropped in to say hi from work. It's been long. Hello, Anthony Janis. Hope work hurries up for you. Hunter Out says, I've got my Kentucky ticket already. Nice. Mac Bergen says, Hunter, I think it was very hard on the volunteers. I can't speak for all volunteers, but as somebody who got to volunteer with Barn Smokers the past couple of years, and continuing this year, don't read into that too far. I enjoy the work that we get to do. It feels like I get to give back to Drew Estate. It feels like I get to give back to all of the. I was looking at because I thought I heard Bob coming, but it ain't Bob. Maybe it's a squirrel or a dog. I can't tell. I got a big light in front of me. I can't see. But it's it's a lot of work on volunteers and the staff, all the staff. I mean, the staff, they're working hard too. So it's a lot of moving pieces. I think that's probably what it comes down to. But I don't have an inside like Mac does. So, Sammy Flo says, I would love to know what Cigar Box VIP is receiving. Well, we'll find out. Hunter Ott says, thanks, Mac. Hologram, hello, everybody. How are you doing this evening, Hologram? Are you really there? Sammy Flo, rumor is the barber and cigar company will be shaving down Chief's beard. Well, that is a rumor. Sounds like it was spawned out of the depths of hell because Chief's beard is going nowhere. There's a whole lot of ugly behind this beard. You guys are lucky to be blessed without having to see fully shaven Chief. Charles Adamson says, I'm at Kentucky this year. Need to find a place to stay. The event is in Hopkinsville, but most people don't stay in Hopkinsville. It's what's that little town called? Clarksville. Yeah. So the event's up in Hopkinsville, and most people stay down in Tennessee, down in Clarksville. It's not a very far drive between the farm and where most people stay in Clarksville, but out in Hopkinsville, where the Barn Smoker is, there's just not a lot there. So people hop down into Tennessee, stay down there, and that's where Screaming Eagle, the cigar lounge is. Great cigar lounge. That's the second time I met Hunter Otts, because the first time I met Hunter Otts was here in the studio, I didn't believe. Do I have that backwards, Hunter? Or I met you here first, right? Dan Burton says, keep the beard life alive. Oh, yeah. Beard's nice and staying. I'm not trimming my beard any right now. Usually I keep my beard like right in this department. So I've got another 1.5 inches, 2 inches more than normal. But I'm throwing in the Highland Games at the end of next month, and I want to make sure that I've got the biggest, longest beard that I can have available. Hunter Ott said, luckily my sister moved to 40 minutes from the venue, so I'll have a free place to stay this year. What? She got a patio we can all smoke on? Supreme Tobacco, haven't had the opportunity to check out a Barn Smoker, but man, Savage Feast was a blast. Savage Feast was great. The only thing I hated about Savage Feast was just how windy it was. It kind of put a damper on the whole entire event with just how windy the event was. But I do kind of wish they did a Savage Feast every year just because how cool Savage Feast was. Hunter asked his first time was at the studio. That's what I thought. I thought I remembered that. Sammy Flo says, we'll trim it, not all off. Yeah, what is it? August is the first one. I'll let you trim that much. I am thinking this year though of letting you guys do my hair. I'm thinking about doing that. Usually I just let my barber take care of my beard and all my hair, but I told I think it was in January, I was talking to my barber, and she was asking me questions about the cigar life and all that kind of stuff. And I was talking about how we had a team of barbers who show up at Barn Smokers every year, and she thought that was the coolest thing. And I was like, yeah, I tell them every year they can't touch my hair because I trust my barber. And she was like, oh, they can touch your hair, just don't touch your beard. Uh-oh, the party's here. Bob Cigar Guy has walked in the building. Supreme Tobacco says, get him lined up, Sammy. We're talking about the Barber and Cigar Co. up at barn smokers this year. I do want to let you know that it is not just your aura that gets us to 20 people. We've talked about, we have 20 people on every single week, at least 20 people on every single week. And then the last time we talked about it, you're like, oh, it's because I come on here. It's not just you anymore. And, I started off the show and like 30 seconds into the show, there were 20 people on.
That's because
but no, the title, I don't know. It's hanging on the wall. The title of tonight's show is No More BTCG.
Yeah, that's clickbait. That was getting them excited.
No, they were excited because they don't have to see you.
Really? That's what you gonna say? They used to see me.
Sammy Flo says, and we will call it Chief Cuts. Max says, you guys got to buy more cigars if you want another Savage Feast. And then Brian says, yes, get it on the stream. I was telling him I'd let him trim about this much in my beard.
No, they got to cut it all off.
No way.
Shave it all off.
Y'all got to pay me a lot of money. Let's see, we've got Chris 2K with the love button over on Facebook. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, brother Chris. Let me go ahead and get Bob Cigar Guy a link to the stream. Let's see how fast Bob Cigar Guy can figure it out. Get over on the stream. There were people who were worried about you, wanted to know where you were. Like 2 people. Diana Burns says, no, it's Thursday. Entertainment for us. Hunter Ots, would you rather eat those hot peppers again or shave your beard? I'll eat the hot peppers every time. Christian K says, aloha, brother Steven, uncle. Hopefully the weather's doing great for you over there. I see you don't have a cigar. Oh, you got.
I'm trying to get up online.
What was that?
Trying to get online. I don't have a microphone either.
No, I had that. I mean, all I gotta do is turn this one on. So, since I'm already wired in myself, here you go. I'll let you turn it on. I heard the money flew along with the wind. Yeah. Sammy Flo, and the gentleman who entered is who started the rumor. Yeah, he started that rumor that we were going to be shaving off this big, beautiful beard. Christian K says, Brother Bob, the cigar guy, okay? Yeah, he's fine. He actually just walked in.
See, they clicked studio. On the 20 was because they were worried about me.
Yeah. No, my mom is actually down in Florida for a birthday this weekend, and normally, so every week, my sister, Bob Cigar Guy's daughter, works the night shift, and she has 2 kids, and so they come over here and stay the nights that she has to work. And usually my mom is in there putting them to bed and hanging out with them on Thursday nights. And I got you know what? I should give Macy and Caden a big gift for alleviating my headache with having to deal with mom every week.
It's not nice.
But no, she's gone for the next few days, so Bob Cigar Guy had to actually be a grandpa, and
I'm batching it, baby.
Put the kids to bed.
That's right. I got no rules.
Hopefully he locked all the doors.
Sit on the couch in my underwear and watch TV.
Christian K smoking a Tricky Trockin number 448, waiting for the grand nephews. Ooh, tell you what, I keep looking at my bronze back and thinking, oh man, I want to smoke that cigar. But I can't smoke it until I take pictures of it. So I'm waiting. Max says, be nice to your mama, Chief. And then KK first from Chris Duque. I got 28 people watching. Wow. So like 2 more people have joined since you came. Look at there.
You're welcome.
So without further ado, go ahead and add Monster and mute his mic so we don't have that reverberation going.
Hello, everybody. Let me get over where I'm here.
There you go. Usually you guys don't have to see this. You don't have to see all of the
set up and get up and
who's putting on lights and whatnot. Yeah. See, I brought my big studio light this time.
Why?
I had to take pictures.
Oh, okay. So, I was gonna say.
So I'm
that's
using
bad.
the big boy
That lighting
tonight.
is bad.
Stream Tobacco, great seeing you at PCA. He's talking to Chris. Wish we could have chat, but happy to see you're doing well. Chris K. Oh, it'll get smoked. It's gonna get smoked. And the fact that they're starting
smoke it, I will.
The fact that they're starting to hit shelves is great. I was actually last Friday, the school district where I live, Savage Feast. The school district that I live in, that my wife teaches in, took the day off Friday, and my wife had my oldest son invited a friend over to stay the night on Thursday night, and then in trade-off on Friday morning, he got to go to his friend's house for the day, and then my wife planned a play date between my daughter, my middle child, and my youngest, Shepherd. They went to a play date with a lady and her son from church. And so I had like 8 hours all by myself to do whatever I wanted to do. And so I went up to my local cigar lounge. And you
ain't call me. You ain't call me.
Huh?
You ain't call me.
You were doing your cigar tax stuff.
You didn't call me. You didn't call me. Jeez.
I'm not gonna call you when you're gonna say
Oh wait,
no.
you tell me. Hey, if you go to a lounge, let me know ahead of time and and then you go and do you call me? No.
Anyways, so I went up to the lounge.
Those cigars gave you gas.
No, it didn't. I went up to a lounge right up the street from my house. Great lounge, love going in there. A little pricey. Cameron. Small humidor. They have a very large liquor collection. So they're kind of like a bar in humidor. Yeah. Humidor's a little small, but they carry some really good brands in there.
Lots of Foundation.
They carry a lot of I think they carry everything from Foundation. I've never seen the Night Commander in there, but I have. That's where I bought the.
Is it Night Commander or Watch Commander?
Night Commander. But I bought Senator. I bought a box of Senator from there. They carry all the Saka line, which is great. They're getting in the Lancero samplers.
All right.
And they said they're getting in the bronze back as well. So I'm excited to get a hold of the bronze back.
You know, I'd like to review that Lancero sampler, but I just don't know if I want to or not. I'll spend that money on it.
What, 12 weeks of content?
Yeah, but it's
do one a week.
Watch 12 weeks of Lanceros. I don't think
you got a point there. You got a point there. You want this other Savage Feast in this coffin? I opened up a fresh coffin.
No, you ain't got many Savage Feasts left.
I got. Don't worry about me. I'll take one from you. I mean, I'll give you this one to smoke one of yours later. Here.
I'll trade you an Norteño for it.
Oh. Ooh, Photos to Purist is not on right now, but he would say that's a great trade. Norteño. Is that a Norteño from my side?
No. It's out of my stash.
Sammy Flo says, Bob Cigar Guy, well, come on now. Welcome, sir. Max says, Chris was hopping at PCA. Chris was working. That's a madman. That's crazy. Slinging the cigar.
Giving out jerky links and
BTCG. Diana Burns says, good evening, Bob.
Hey.
Dan Burns says, what Rogue Tins?
Yes.
Which one you held up to? He wants to know which one.
Let me see.
Cinnamon and spearmint?
Yeah, spearmint and cinnamon. I usually go with the green, the winter green more. The spearmint's a little too sweet for me, but it's what I had. I always got it sitting at my desk.
Christy K wants to know, when are you guys going to compare the OG Umbagog against the bronze back?
Soon. Not super soon, though, to be honest, because Chief is putting out content 4 days a week. And then there's the Saka video, which gives us 5 contents a week. And it's a lot of content, and I don't want to double back on doing more. But that is one of the first ones that I want to jump on. I also want to do the Winador thing I got over there that I bought for like $20. How to Bovita-ize it and turn it into a humidor for for little money.
Am I shooting that one? Probably
you
should.
can if you want. You probably would be better.
Photos de Puros is on. Bye bye.
It would be better.
Supreme Tobacco said he just picked up some bronze backs. Can't wait. Jay Bates says Chief is just rude. The disrespect is flying off the shelves. You have shelves in your garage?
God.
Chris UK, the Go Yourself Lancero collection has a pretty presentation. It does. That's a beautiful box.
I don't think that's what it's called. I think there's just one Lancero called the GFY. Well,
I'm gonna defer to Chris Duque, and I'm going to allow him to tell me everything through Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. So, sorry, I'm gonna defer to Chris here. Dan Byrne is trying to chow down my dinner so I can smoke my first Sweet Jane. Ooh,
Mackie Mac, did you see that picture I tagged you in today on Facebook? Steven, you got tagged in it by the guy who did it. He was one of the winners of the bracket challenge that Steven did, that Chief did. And Mac, I just wanted you to notice that every winner deserves a crown.
Well, they got some crowns in their box.
They got crowns in the box.
Christy K, you gonna use the Robusto or the Corona Gorda? You've got the Robusto from PCA.
Oh, that was close to your camera.
Supremo Tobacco with some. Cal says, yeah, the GFY Candela wrapped Lancero. Yeah, the other ones are all numbered. But I'm going to call it the GFY Lancero sampler because that's the pool, right? Photos de Puro says they're Robustos. You could have just asked me, I could have told you. Cal says because Saka hates Candela. Me too.
So the bronze back here, which is I'm gonna put this back in just a second, is what?
It's a Robusto.
5x48
Robusto.
And then this is a Robusto Plus. This is the original Umbagog, and it is a 5x52. So there's 464 difference. But
so you really won't be able to tell the difference.
I think I will. Because
that's harkening back.
I got it.
Come on.
It took me a second.
Come on.
It took me a second. I caught it.
Yeah, but you had to catch it way back here.
No, I caught it.
And he was like there's a wall behind it.
I caught it. We're gonna build a wall. It's gonna be huge.
Cal says I am also not fond of Candela, but I do like the
best oil ever.
Freaking but the Philly Hooligan, that's not a full Candela cigar.
The freaking Swamp Thing. Love that cigar.
I'm not a big fan of Candela. There are some cigars that I like that have Candela in them, but any cigar that's ever been just a straight Candela wrapped, I've never liked.
Fuente had a good Candela.
The 858, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. I don't like them when they're uber grassy, like it tastes like you just mowed your lawn and fell into the clippings. But some of the Candelas are a little bit muted. Candela was the most commonly used cigar tobacco because it didn't have to age. They got it in the barn, they let it turn a little bit, and then they rolled that thing and sold that thing. That was back when cigars didn't need humidification. They were just sitting in boxes.
Photos, Filthy Hooligan was good. I'd like to try Foundation Grasshopper. Now, that's a cigar I'd like to try as well.
We have.
Do we have them still? I don't think we do.
I never ordered one.
Oh, the pack is a soft pack.
Yeah.
Wacky Packy. Hello, gentlemen. Long time no see.
Hey.
How are you all? We are doing fantastic. We are doing great. How are you doing this evening? That's what I want to know. Charles Edmondson says BTCG has micrometer fingers.
Tell you what, I can tell the difference between a 12 millimeter and a 13 millimeter socket.
Yeah, once you put it on and it didn't fit right.
Nah, Bubba, I got that down pat.
Like smoked kale. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that Candela.
The chlorophylliness.
Well, sure.
But then again, you don't like peaty Scotch.
God no.
See, and Candela is the peaty Scotch of cigars.
No. Rocky Patel is. Max says, gotta get BTCG a Crown's Candela. Oh. Bob Ellis likes the Roma Craft Black Irish. Again, another cigar that's not full Candela. Now, the Roma Craft has the Wasabi, which is full Candela. I think it's the Wasabi is full Candela.
I had the Wasabi, and I don't think it was horseradishy.
Matt Burton says, hats off to my boy Sam, who is leading the whole school in their fundraiser. Yeah,
Boom.
boy. Mike back doing well here, smoking a Wagashi, enjoying the weather. Speaking of green, it's just not a green wrapper. Green band. Christian K. Brada Max smoked a Hoya de Nicaragua Rosales from long ago. Woo.
I didn't tell you this. One of the people at the DTT booth, working the booth, looked up at me, goes, "What are you smoking?" And he goes, "Oh, I thought you'd be smoking a Wagashi, because Wagashi sure is good." I about lost
Ain't nobody say that to you.
He did. I swear to goodness. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I'm not making it up. I'm not. He did. Which tickled the fool out of me. Almost as bad as when Fabian made me laugh.
Bob Ellis says, I think the Roma Fomorion is all Candela. And then Chris K says, Mac Burton, congratulations. Yeah. Shanna sent me a thing from Mac's wife that was a post of Sam asking for donations on Facebook. And Shanna sent it to me.
I didn't get one of those.
So I watched it. And so that was her saying, hey, you want to sponsor Sam? So I'm like, yeah, I'd love to sponsor Sam. It's $25. And I was like, wait a second. Do I got to sponsor both kids? So I texted
why didn't you send it to me, turd?
He didn't send it to me. Shanna sent it to me.
How did Shanna get it?
Rebecca, Mac's wife, posted it on Facebook.
Mac, you're a loser, dude. Really?
He said he's leading the school. He didn't say he's done. So
now, what's bad is when you get a grandchild that says, "Hey, we want to get your email so that we can just, do this fundraiser," and the school screws you over and emails you 700 times, and then it says, "Help so and so, enter name here." To win a prize, they're only 2 things away from winning that next level. Well, the child only had 1 thing, and they wanted to make it 3 things, and each thing costs $25 or more per thing, and they're not good things.
And you got 3 grandkids who are entered into all those things.
And then I got an email, which was hilarious to me, that said, this child is really close to winning a PlayStation 5. Your help will help them cross the edge. I think he still only had 1, and the PlayStation 5 is like some Ugato number, the grand.
That's just how they get you.
And I'm like, that's jank. And I don't hold the parents of the grandchild accountable. I think the school was nefarious in their push, and they be better. I'm gonna tell you what, schools, you need to pay attention to this. If you would do
all the schools watching Chief Talk,
if you would do some $10 prizes, some $10 things,
make you solo.
If you would do the popcorn tin, if you would do the Christmas wrapping paper, I love the Christmas wrapping paper that's so hard and crisp. You can fold it and make it look like a box. There's no box in it. That's what I'm talking about. I used to buy that stuff for the kids all the time. But if you would put in some things that people want to buy, not these things that are way too dang expensive, and not like you're thinking of grandparents. You're thinking of me. I got the money. I'm the disposable income. You need to think about stuff I want. That thing that you can put your foot in that helps you put your sock on, that would sell. Kids would get a lots of prizes off of that. So, and I love the background music that you put with my old man rant. And I'm just saying. Hey, get off my lawn.
There you go. Wacky Packy wants to know what game on PlayStation would all you guys be playing these days. I'll tell you what, if I had my Xbox, I would go find myself a copy of Fallout 4.
Yes, sir. I don't know nothing about that game, but I love that movie. I love that show. I'm gonna watch it again and again and again. There is so many layers of amazingness in that thing.
It's a really good show.
It is put together
aside from
really
the 2 minutes of full frontal nudity,
which was weird. It wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary.
Yes, it was promoting a cult, but they could have done something else. That just.
I tell you what, the Cyclops guy, he
That's
threw
funny.
me off.
But you can still see where his eyes are supposed to be. They did such bad makeup on it. You
I don't
can
think
still
no.
see his
I think
eyes move.
no. I watched the thing the other day that kind of talked about the lore of that character because he's a hybrid. That the eye sockets are still there from that DNA, that genetic. Max says it's not the school. You know, they farm that out to other companies. Those companies are terrible. Bob Ellis says, I always hate sending those fundraiser things home with my class. Christian K is giving the laughing emoji. I think it was when you went on your rant and I put on the background music.
Sam, send that link.
Sammy Flo, welcome to Bob's rant. Cal says Fallout's a really good show. It is. I liked it.
The grocery store. Oh, I love the grocery store.
That was cool.
Sorry, you can't have none. This is a party and you weren't invited. That cracked me up.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love about the way they've done the show is like you don't have to have had, we talked about this last week. You don't have to have had played any of the video games in order to be immersed. Now, it's a lot funnier. Like with me, there are a lot of things in the show that I appreciate more than you appreciate because I spent probably a few hundred hours playing Fallout 4 and seeing
what was
the essence of well, no, because this show and Fallout 4 are two completely different sides of the country. It's like 20 years past the Fallout 4 timeline. But there are parts of the show, like in this one, the dog's called Dog Meat. In Fallout 4, the dog is a German Shepherd. It's called Dog Meat. You get to see a ghoul who's just like the ghoul. But it is kind of cool to see how a lot of those things are put in. There's some things that, like I said, if you played video games, you would understand. Like, oh, that's that, or oh, that's that, or oh, that's that. So,
well, I really like because usually I can watch a show and I can know where it's going to go. I can kind of say, okay, this guy is going to be that, or like
stop the broadcast. 33 people,
or like the guy that got healed because he got his foot stomped on.
Yeah.
It did not register to me until after it was basically revealed that he was getting the ghoul stuff, and I was like, man, this is some good writing. I didn't catch that.
I knew it immediately.
I usually catch that stuff
because he said, do you know where I can take and where a broadcast tower is? And he was like, yeah, it's just past Shady Sands, and then he was like, oh man, Shady Sands, that place is crawling with rads.
He said, yeah, you don't.
And he was like, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And he didn't catch it.
That's when I knew.
But yeah, I knew that that's what it was going, because that was the second time you saw that character. You saw him
in the beginning,
in the second episode when the guy got his foot blown off, and then they replaced it with the handy dandy foot.
Mm-hmm.
Cal says, can't wait for the next season. Me too. I'm already ready for it. Wacky Packy, I see y'all playing Call of Duty on the mobile.
I do too.
Bob Ellis, I never watched TV, but you guys got me to watch Fallout, enjoying it so far. Yeah,
awesome.
Watch out for episode 6. There's like two solid minutes of full frontal nudity.
Yeah.
Matt Berkson said he sent you the link. Charles Adams said snip, snip. Wacky Packy, I had to turn down the volume with Bob starts his rants. I tell you what, I did not realize Pedro had that microphone so close to his face.
Oh, I was like, did you know? I was sitting there when I watched, I said, did he not listen to his audio?
Oh, I did. That was as best as I could fix it. Because Pedro was, welcome here, brother. I was like, jeez. I didn't have that problem with anybody. Now,
he had it right on his face.
I still have
up there with it.
I still have some interviews going forward. And if I could take both audios apart and have your audio and his audio, I would have dropped his way low. But dropping his means I would have had to drop yours, and then I would have to adjust yours, and then it would have been a lot of cutting and splicing. But I didn't remember that Pedro had said, and my man Finley's going to do some B-roll, because I was wondering, like, where can I put all this Drew Estate B-roll footage? Yeah. And I still have so much more. I'm thinking of doing one of those PCA ASMRs. Not a compilation, but like an ASMR of just, here's all the footage that I didn't use or I used, and I just want to put in an ASMR type video. I'm not convinced I'm going to do it yet, but it's a possibility that I might do it. Cal says, I was skeptical of the show since I've played almost every Fallout game, but man, they really did it well. The cast is awesome. I think they did a really good job with the casting.
And at the very end, where he goes, "Where is my family?"
Right.
That was that teaser to get you to want to do next season.
Well,
right? Because
he's
he was
for
with
his
his daughter. He was with his daughter when the bomb went off.
Correct, but maybe what happened.
So did he get put in there? Did they say no?
Well, what I'm wondering is if he went back to his wife, because you find out that he's divorced, because when he's at the birthday party doing the horsey thing, they're like, "Oh, paying off the alimony, huh?"
Oh, that's right.
And so when the bombs go off, he takes off on his horse with his daughter.
Right.
So maybe he gets back to his house. Maybe the wife takes the daughter and says, "All right, you can't go." Or maybe the wife takes them both, and then when they get there, she pushes them out because she's heartless as it is, because she's helping to create this nuclear war.
And maybe that's the thing that turned him from a good man into a bad man and caused him to be a ghoul.
I don't think he's a bad man.
But he's behaved badly for a very long time.
He's been alive for 228 years.
Yes, but he is pretty bad. But inside, in his core, once you get through all that, he's genuine. That's when
Cal. The dogs is coded from his birth, right? But Ghoul calls him dog meat, so the dog is dog meat. That's my opinion.
When I did the last Sunday soccer thing, it was about Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout,
and it was talking about one of the things I talked about was how this TV show will give you, one of the things they'll give you is, it's not as much as what people do to you or do for you, but why they do things to you or for you.
Yeah. So Rick Carroll, thank you for hitting the like button over on Facebook. Christian Case says Brother Pedro is so passionate. He is, absolutely. Mac Burton says, let me know when the spoilers are over. Sorry, Mac.
Bro, that show's been out for a while. You slacking.
It's been 3 weeks or so. So one of the things with Fallout is
Savage Feast is delicious.
Is every vault by Vault Tech was designed to be an experiment. Some vaults are super melancholy. The experiment wasn't that grand. Some vaults, the experiment was very, very doobie.
And Vault Tech didn't choose all of them.
Well,
they allowed the other 3
Robco
companies.
Yeah, they're yes, correct. But the vaults were designed to be experiments, and that's why you have the vault with everybody who's frozen, right? Is because at certain times they could be let out. When the goal was, okay, well, when everybody's dead and done, we can come back and colonize and make everything beautiful again. We can make the world how we want it to be, which is the underlying issue with all the factions in Fallout, is everybody has their idea. That's why they destroyed the world in the first place. Max says, been watching 3 Body Problem. I hadn't heard of that one. Cal says the human sacrifice vault, the drug vault, the mess with the rich vault, so many experiments.
Those are from the game.
There was from all across the games. There's one vault. It's Vault 69. It was 100 women and 1 man, and they're tasked with repopulating. But all of the women are scientists, and so they basically
took his sperm and made him take the garbage out.
No, I think they killed him. They took his sperm, killed him, and then they replicated the sperm, and then they continued inseminating the women to only have girls.
Women, right? Well, I do know
there was another one that was the other way around. Vault 68 was 100 dudes, 1 woman. And
that's jacked up.
It was not as scientific.
Not successful either. Now there is Vault 99, which is where all the cigar smokers went. I will be in charge of that vault, and Chief will be my second. And we have cigars. Just bring butane. If you come to the vault, you got to bring butane.
Photo Superior says I cracked up when they pulled out the Vault Tech deviled eggs. That's an inside joke for us at the JC Newman party when they kept bringing out the deviled eggs, and the guy kept offering to me, and I hate eggs. I assume that's why Brian cracked up. Christy K said, Mac, I loved it, but now hoping there will be another season. I'll have to look into what 3 Body Problem is. Dan Burns says, I'd be in Vault 99.
That's right.
Charles Adamson says 100 men and 1 woman sounds like Alaska. Woo! Dirty. Got some new reactions coming in. Asim, James Morum Jr., Tom Fisher. Thank you for hitting the like button over on Facebook. Tom Fisher from Bourbon Blog. How you doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying some bourbon this evening. It's already been greenlit for another season. Which one? So Fallout has. I think they're talking about the 3-body problem, or maybe that's also been greenlit. I don't know. I've never heard of that show. Fallout has been greenlit for season 2.
Have you noticed that the third year, it seems that most of these things start becoming socially acceptable, pushing agendas, stuff.
Not with everything, but
it seems like that's the lean.
You can open up a really big can of worms with that, so I don't know if we want to go down that path. Carl Cal says, have you guys watched Shogun? I have not. Miss Christy Whitmore, how you doing this evening?
Hey.
Welcome into the show. Hope everyone is doing well. We are. Hope you are doing well. Wacky Packy, have you watched Manhunt on Apple TV? No, have not. Mac Bergson says 68 sounds like Camp Jerry Owens in Korea. Mac says there's too much TV. There's a lot of it.
I ain't got time for it. I got to edit all these PCA videos.
Apostate Cigars and a Sim. Thank you for liking the stream as well. Appreciate that. Wackpack says, I have eaten at Shogun.
Me too.
Chris Wilmer says, we have watched a few episodes of Shogun. It's good so far. Cal definitely recommends Shogun. Charles Adamson, as a SoCal native, all the local references in Fallout are very interesting. Photos de Pure says the trailer for Shogun looked good. I'll have to look up that as well. Christy says Shogun is our local hibachi.
Well, South Carolina is a Shogun state. It's constitutional carry.
Funny. No W. Dan Burns says, I've watched my son play Fallout and part of one show. I'll check out the full series this weekend. It's a great series.
It's a binge watch. I'm gonna watch it over and over again.
I watched it. I think I finished it in 4 days.
I watched one every day. I watched 2 on Saturday.
I watched it over. It was 4 days that I watched it. Started out watching it just because I wanted to watch it, and then Shanna got into it, and then Shanna got out of it. Sometimes Shanna will get into stuff that I'm watching, and then like Band of Brothers. I got like 6 episodes.
That's a long show.
I got into. It's only one season, but each episode is long. I think I got in like 6 episodes, and I was watching it kind of haphazardly. And Shannon was like, "Ooh, this is interesting." I was like, "Oh, you want to start it over?" She was like, "No, I don't want you to start over." I was like, I hadn't really been paying that much attention, so we started it together at the same time, and we really enjoyed it.
Your mom and I did that with Reacher, and Reacher 2, and
Charles
now
Adams,
we're doing Rookies.
Charles Adamson says even the end graphics show a lot of the landmarks. Sammy Flo, there is a great talk show Thursdays, 8:15 p.m. Chick Talk. Christy K says, not like the original Shogun with Richard Chamberlain.
Yeah, I remember
current
that.
version is better. Photos de Puro says, definitely noticed Santa Monica Pier. Cal, I've watched Fallout 3 times. Whoa! Dang,
Yeah.
son.
It'll be in my rotation. I watched Ted Lasso, then I watched Peaky Blinders, and now I'm going to watch Fallout.
Supreme Tobacco Shogun is good. Fallout is good. But have y'all ever seen VeggieTales?
I love VeggieTales.
If you like to talk to tomatoes, if a squash can make you smile, if you like to waltz with potatoes up and down the produce aisle, then have we got a show for you. Yeah. Cal says it's a really good show. Band of Brothers is so good. I like Band of Brothers a lot. Have you seen Masters of the Air? I have not. Wacky Packy, y'all are putting up good viewing numbers being right against the NFL draft. That's right. Hey, percentage-wise, we're probably beating the draft right now. Chris Duque watched Freud's last season on Netflix. Very cerebral. I've heard Freud's good. Chris says Peaky Blinders is the best. Photos screen reporting in progress. And Brian says somebody gotta clip this. Mac, been hearing a lot about baby reindeer. I hear it is disturbing but good. Jay Bates' favorite show is Jerry Springer.
Oh,
Jay,
my.
joke of the night. Jay Bates isn't working and is supposed to be smoking and is nowhere to be seen in the stream. Cal, Chief, if you like Band of Brothers, Masters of the Air is up there with it. I'll check it out as well. Ron, man, I've been living out of the country way too long. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Can you not watch Amazon Prime over in China? I don't know what you guys can and can't watch over there. But it's on Amazon Prime. Dan Burns watched Band of Brothers 3 times, Reachers first and second 2 times, and all the Rockies. Rookie with the family.
I've seen, I do a lot of the YouTube shorts and stuff during lunch. And so all the little clips of Rookie have come through. And so I know little parts, but me and First Lady just kind of stumbled on it and we like it. And so
all I know is when I get home tonight, like every ad I'm going to see on Instagram and Facebook is going to be the things that we're talking about because my government agent's listening to me. Wacky Packy says, you think there's an alternate universe where they're saying, have you seen the Chief Talk series?
No.
I mean, if they are missing out.
They need to give a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, I need to start seeing some of the pay too.
Yeah.
Wacky Packy Baby Reindeer is bizarre. Watch with caution. Ron says, need VPN to get access, but I haven't joined Amazon or Netflix. Oh.
Did you see, change the subject real quick. Did you see the brouhaha from the major creators on YouTube to YouTube?
No.
Supposedly, they don't know what caused it, but everybody that were huge, their live numbers crapped for 2 weeks. Just nothing. Like they were shadow banned. And then all of a sudden, they doubled and tripled. They just exploded way beyond what they're supposed to be. And come to find out, there's some new algorithmic something, or somebody else has been hired onto the team, and they're messing around with stuff. And the guys got together and said, "Look, this is a business, and we are your partners in business, and you are not treating us well. I cannot run a successful business with a partner like you. If you don't fix your crap, and if you don't quit playing around with us, we're going to find somewhere else to go."
Yeah, it's not a good time right now for YouTube to be hurting live streamers on YouTube because Kick, their first onslaught attack was against Twitch, and Kick took a lot of big time Twitch streamers with a lot of money. And now there are some Kick streamers that are going back to Twitch because there's been some drama over on Kick with pay, with the amount they were supposed to get or whatever, some stipulations and things like that. So Kick's still doing astronomically well. But I mean, if Kick's losing Twitch streamers back over to Twitch, Kick might come for YouTubers and offer some big contracts. Sign the dotted line, Kick. Dan Burns says the 3 Taylor Sheridan shows. P-Roll, my man. Dan Burns says he likes Yellowstone. Christian K. TMZ had a special with Stallone and Arnold last night. I saw a thing that Arnold and Stallone, they were asked about like what would be the Mount Rushmore of action show figure heroes, and he was like, obviously you two. So which 2 would you guys pick? And Arnold picked, oh dang, I can't remember who Arnold picked. Sly picked Bruce Willis.
That's fair.
And who did Arnold pick? Dang it, it just left my brain. Dadgummit.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Mm-mm.
It's a good one. Jesse the Body Ventura?
Oh, it was Clint Eastwood.
All right.
It was Clint Eastwood.
No, you can't.
Because Arnold, he said that he kind of idolized Clint Eastwood getting into the show business, and so that was the Mount Rushmore that they chose.
You know, it's supposed to be a 5th head on Rushmore.
Yeah, Cal says Yellowstone 1983, 1923, and Tulsa King. I've watched bits of 83 and 23 because my wife has watched those. Never got into Yellowstone. I like Kevin Costner, but I'm not a big fan of like all of the cowboy drama all the time.
Tulsa King is good. We quit watching it for some reason.
The 1883, I thought the 1883 was better than the Yes. I thought the 1883 was better than the 1923. That's Tim McGraw.
So that was the 1883 was the prequel, right? To Yellowstone?
1883 is the prequel to Yellowstone. 1883 is the prequel to 1923. 1923 is the prequel to
So
Yellowstone.
we could call those Yellowstone adjacent. Kind of like there's only 3 Star Wars. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi,
except
and Empire Strikes Back.
Star Wars was built around a trilogy of trilogies. So, no, your argument does not hold water. It is invalid. Thank you, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Water.
Cal says, been waiting for the
some high quality
show. Reacher is awesome. I need to check out Fallout. Absolutely. Definitely check out Fallout, Jay. I think you'll like it. Jay says, love Band of Brothers. Need to start Masters of Air. Chris Duque, show me the money. Max says, Kit, come get your boys BTCG and Chief. Back up the Brinks truck. Beep, beep. Jay Bates was busy making an old-fashioned and doing some grilling. Charles says, I hate YouTube clickbaiters. Only watch real content providers like the BTCG channel. Wacky says, Tulsa King is awesome. Krista K says, who is your favorite female action actress?
The First Lady.
Photo says 1883 was so good. Of female action stars, who's out there? I can think, obviously, Angelina Jolie with Tomb Raider.
Wonder Woman. What's her name?
It was Gal Gadot's current one. But then you've got, what's her name, who played the original Wonder Woman?
No. I almost had an eye strain watching Wonder Woman as a kid because she would, Linda Carter, she would spin around from her street clothes into her Wonder Woman clothes, and I knew that if I could blink in just the right sequence, I could see her naked, or at least in her underwear. And so every time it came on, I would sit there and I would blink. And I almost
Chris Duque said Auntie Trish was his favorite.
My man. See the wisdom with the age.
Matt Berg says Jennifer Lawrence, Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she played the Mystique in
What's her
X-Men.
name? What's her name in Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Chris K said Michelle. Yeah, I think that's the girl from Kill Bill. Linda Cotta, Gal Gadot, and Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian said Bob. Halle Berry is a good one as well because she's an X-Men. She's also Catwoman.
She was Catwoman.
Jay Bates with the here we go again.
But what's her name? What's her name from Kill Bill was Catwoman as well. I think. No, it was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. That's right. Because I can remember the Between Two Ferns. He's like, how much did your parents have to hate you to name you after a cheese? Lucy Liu, Michelle Yaz from The Brother's Son.
I didn't know the Between Two Ferns was a spoof and everybody was in on it. Yeah. I was like, God, he sucks. Yeah. But I kept watching it.
I think originally it was
Steve Carell was hilarious.
Well, obviously, like Zach Galifianakis is playing a character, so it's all spoof because obviously Zach Galifianakis is not going to treat his Hollywood co-stars like that. But it's just funny to have. But I love how the Steve Carell one where he plays into the okay, this is what you do, fat boy,
right? And Matthew McConaughey. Wasn't it Matthew McConaughey that spit the gum in the dude's face, or was that?
I think he traded the gum with him.
He spit it and stuck it right on his nose.
I don't know about that. Bryce Dallas Howard and Argyle. Hunter Roth's Emily Blunt and Edge of Tomorrow. It's a good movie. I like Edge of Tomorrow.
There's also Sigourney Weaver in Aliens.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like women who were like all the time act like that's their niche. ScarJo, that make like that. Obviously, you've got her as Black Widow. She's also in the movie where she gets the synthetic drugs drug traffic.
Yeah,
and she gets
Lucy.
Lucy, yeah,
that was a good movie.
Lindsay Wagner, $6 Million Woman.
What's her name?
Texas
Hunger Games girl was in Sparrow, I think it was called.
Texas Tourist about a lot of Placencia Year of the Tiger. Ooh, I knew Photos de Pierce was going to say something about it. Kristen Wiig was a surprise as the villain in Wonder Woman 1984. I haven't seen that one yet. The Between Two Ferns movie on Netflix is hilarious.
Have you seen Red Notice?
Yes. Lindsay Wagner was the Bionic Woman. The blonde chick on Chuck. She got a long Russian name.
She was cool.
But we used to love watching Chuck.
We used to love watching Chuck. I even bought you the Chuck name tag.
Yeah.
From Buy More.
Yeah. I think the spitting was Brad Pitt.
I think it could have been Brad Pitt.
Jennifer Gardner from Daredevil
That's fair.
As Elektra and the movie Elektra. Photos de Pierce' Year of the Tiger is fire. Liv Tyler and Lord of the Rings. Not a bad pick, but she's not much of an action hero in Lord of the Rings. I could see the King of Rohan's daughter being in consideration. Hunter Out says Ronda Rousey. Dinah Burns says Scarlett Johansson. Jay Bates says Scarlett Johansson. Matt Bergson, Florence Pugh is probably my favorite. She plays Black Widow's sister. She's
a little short blonde hair girl.
Mm-hmm. I think Scarlett Johansson is probably my answer as well. Just because of all of the action movies that she's been in. Matt Bergson says, got to get Sam to bed. I'll try to get back. And yes, Chuck was awesome. Yvonne Stefanski. Something like that. It was Yvonne. Cal says Kate Beckinsale. Freeman Becker says, okay, hear me out. Glenn Close in Hook. Glenn Close is the old white woman. She was in the movie Hook? Like the Peter Pan Hook? Is there another Hook movie? Charlize Theron. Zoe Saldana, not a bad one because she's an Avatar. She is Gamora.
Gamora's pretty bad. Selma Hayek.
As an action star?
Yeah, the Bodyguard. Where
did she play a dude? She played a dude? I didn't know that. Lyndall Hamilton in Terminator. Liz Hurley in Austin Powers. Oh. So Glenn Close plays the pirate in Hook that is getting brought to James Hook towards the beginning of the movie about stealing something, or I can't remember what it was.
What about the pirate girl in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Keira Knightley? Yeah. She counts. I don't think I would.
Of course, there's always Demi Moore in G.I. Jane.
I thought that was Will Smith's husband.
Jada Pinkett Smith? No.
Remember the whole slap thing?
Yeah.
G.I. Jane 2.
You better keep her name out your mouth.
Jay Bates says Ming Na Wen. That's what he heard after he got clocked from the garage door.
Princess Leia.
Apparently she's that's not a bad one. But apparently that was the girl from Book of Boba Fett. Jennifer Lawrence, Sigourney Weaver in Alien. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman in an action movie?
I don't know. She freaks me. She weirds me out.
I can't think of Nicole Kidman in an action movie. Kate Sackhoff? I don't know by the name. Who would be your Rushmore of action heroes? You cannot recreate the four that Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger put together. at best, you can do 2 of their 4. So you can only, out of your 4, you can only have 2 of Arnold, Sly, Clint, and Bruce Willis.
Well, I would have to go with Sly because he has done Expendables. He's done the
Rocky
series.
Rambo.
He's done the Rambo series. But
he's never played a character, in my understanding, that's not some sort of action adventure character.
Dwayne Johnson.
As an action hero?
Yeah, in the last part of Too Fast, Too Furious, or Fast and Furious. And Vin Diesel. He did Triple X.
Yeah.
He did all the Fast and Furious movies.
He did the one where he had the gray eyes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That was a great movie.
What was that? Oh, man.
Because he did Pitch Black was the second one. Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick, yeah. Wackpack says Megan Fox in Expendables 4. I wouldn't put Megan Fox in any of that.
She did all the
Steve McQueen. Too. Daniel Burns says Daniel Craig. Chris Whitmore says Sly. Mel Gibson's not bad.
Lethal Weapon. That was a franchise.
Tom Hanks could be up there for consideration.
When was he an action hero?
Forrest Gump.
That's not an action hero. No.
You bastard!
That's not an action hero.
He saved Lieutenant Dan.
It's not an action hero.
From certain death. He got a Congressional Medal of Honor. He had to fight for love, and then he had to fight off AIDS. He didn't get it. Action hero.
Nah.
Saving Private Ryan. He created Band of Brothers.
He was in Saving Private Ryan?
He created,
he was in Saving Private
He created
Ryan.
Band of Brothers.
That's fair.
Keanu Reeves. He's on there for me. I've got Sly, Keanu Reeves, Arnold. And my 4th, Bruce Willis is good, but, I feel like there are others out there. Like Tom Cruise is a good one. All the Mission Impossible movies, Edge of Tomorrow. Another one we can think about is
Travolta.
Chris Pratt. Right, he's Star-Lord, Jurassic World, Edge of Tomorrow. Or no, the Tomorrow War. Denzel's a good one.
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Not a bad one either.
Pulp Fiction.
All the Avengers.
Yeah, all the Avengers.
Yeah, Denzel. The only one I can think of Denzel's like an action hero off the top of my head are Man on Fire,
Training Day,
and Book of Eli.
Okay. He
Oh,
did another
Equalizer.
One where
That's right.
He was a gangster too, where he shot the dude in the face. Blue Magic.
The Enforcer. I can't choose Bruce Willis because I've already chosen
Chuck
2.
Norris. Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is a good
talking
one.
about that he would be up there.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan's a good one.
I think I'm going Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan's a good one.
I mean, Jackie Chan
does his own
stunts. Affected a generation of stunt work.
Absolutely.
And generations.
And he's still extremely humble.
Mike Beck says American Gangster.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa was good until Fast X ruined his image. Sean Connery. Chrissy Whitmore, remember the scene with the nail gun? OMG. Christopher K said, yes, Jackie Chan. Back with Jet Li. Cal with Bruce Lee. Hunter Otts with Mel Gibson. Jay Bates with Clint, Bruce, Jason Statham, Mel Gibson. That's what I want to see. He listed out 4. You guys are just listing out one after the other. I want to know 4. I want to know your rush.
The better than a Bond villain. The villain extraordinaire from Magna P.I. It's Chris Duquet. Not only is he an action hero in movies, he's an action hero in real life.
He's an action villain in movie.
But he's a hero in real life.
He is a hero in real life. Yeah. Take Arnold off. Put Chris Duquet up there.
Done. First spot.
I got Uncle up there.
Harrison Ford.
Now I got to figure out where to put him. Far left.
Oh, I'm not getting that deep.
Jackie Chan.
I'm not getting that deep.
Middle left. Sly. Middle right. Chris Duquet. Far right. Who did I say? Now I can't remember who my fourth was. Jackie Chan, Sly. Who did I say my fourth was? Now I can't remember.
Don't forget Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Blade. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I said Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dang it, now I can't remember who my fourth was. Maybe I should have removed him instead of Arnold. Yeah, Chris Evans. The Captain America himself.
Stone Cold. Roddy Piper.
Yeah, but he only did he got one really good movie. And that was the one with the I came here to kick butt and chew gum and I'm all out of
bubble gum. Yeah.
But you do. You got a lot of, pay homage to, who else is out there that's action stars that we haven't named? I'm trying to run through. I'm not a big action movie guy. Oh, like all the fighting movies. Like the guy who was in the fighting movies. We said Bruce Lee. Yeah, Tom Hardy's a good pick. It's the guy who plays Bane. Chris Hemsworth's not a bad pick either because he plays not only Thor, but he plays in a couple movies. He plays the Horse Soldier movie.
Great movie.
He plays in the movie where he's got to get the kid out from the war zone and everybody dies. Steven Seagal. Christian Bale as Batman, not bad. You got Christian Bale as what's his name? Where that was the weirdest, trippiest movie for the longest time. Where he's a high-rise New York consultant.
Oh, he's chopping people up.
Yeah, but it happened to be all just in his brain.
And he's arguing about the business cards. Was it not real?
No, it wasn't real.
Oh, see, I never watched the show. I just saw the clips.
You find out at the very end of the movie it was all
Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah.
Sports.
Yeah. 4. Michael Keaton as Batman, Jason Statham, Jackie Chan, Russell Crowe, Matt Damon. Matt Damon's good.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Agreed.
Beetlejuice. That's Keaton.
Right.
Beetlejuice 2 coming out this year. I got to stop saying that. I've already said it twice. Passenger 57, Always Been on Black.
It's Wesley Snipes.
Cal, American Psycho. That's what the name of the movie was. Yeah, that movie was a trip. He's going through all these killing women and killing the dude he worked with, and then he's the helicopter's flying over, and you think they're coming for him, and he's up in his office on the phone calling his lawyer. He's like, I just killed all these people, blah 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 blah. I killed this guy, blah 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 blah. Then the next morning he sees him, and he's like, hey, did you get my message? He's like, man, that was the funniest message I've gotten in a long time. And you must have been on a bender. And he's like, no, I didn't. He's like, no, you didn't, because I was just with him the other day playing golf. And then you kind of find out that he's psycho.
Wow.
So, Brad Pitt, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Troy. Yeah, Brad Pitt's a great option. Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Bob Haskins and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Tony Soprano. Gerard Butler and Law Abiding Citizen. That's a good movie. Have you seen that movie?
Not sure.
Oh man, that's a good.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. That's a good one. Law-Abiding Citizen is Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx. And Gerard Butler's family gets killed. Jamie Foxx is his lawyer, and he basically just takes the plea deal. And so Gerard Butler takes things into his hands. Great movie.
There was
Ben Affleck.
White House Down.
Huh?
White House Down.
Yeah, that's Gerard Butler. 300.
And then there's Channing Tatum. And the other one.
Extraction 1 and 2. That's what it was for Chris Hemsworth. Law-Abiding Citizen was awesome. Kevin Costner. Heck yeah. Waterworld. I love Waterworld. I know people hate that movie. I love Waterworld.
Long movie.
Mark Wahlberg in Shooter. We didn't talk. I mean,
he was also in The Lone Survivor.
It popped up a couple times, but what's his name? Went on the Jew rant. Played in Braveheart. Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Mad Max.
He did Expendables.
John Krasinski. John Krasinski does a great job in the Benghazi movie. The 12 hours, 23 hours, whatever it was.
There's
old Law Ream.
What is the name of the
Law Ream? We're talking. What is your Mount Rushmore of action heroes?
Bourne.
Jason Bourne. That's we already said his name. Not Ben Affleck. His best friend's Ben Affleck. Gosh darn it. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Departed had great actors. Hunter Rock's Clint Eastwood. Jack Nicholson as an action hero.
Roger Moore.
Ray Stevenson.
You got to think about Bond.
Punisher Warzone. Sean Connery and Daniel Craig. 007. Supreme Tobacco with the What's Up, Lawrence of Arabia. Wacky Packy. Nicolas Cage. Can't go wrong there. I mean, both of the National Treasure movies are action.
Ghost Rider.
Con Air, Ghost Rider. And those are action-packed movies. I love Con Air. Con Air's
what
a great
is it?
movie.
Something of War.
Yeah, we talked about Lord of War.
Lord of War.
Last week we talked about that. John Wayne. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not a Westerns fan, so I don't.
John Wayne did the Green Beret as well.
But I said it a little bit earlier. Jamie Foxx was in.
What's his name from Apocalypse?
I don't think I've seen Apocalypse.
Apocalypse Now. I love the smell of napalm in the mornings, the smell of victory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have seen Apocalypse Now because Mac suggested I watch it, and I watched it because he suggested I watch it. That's Charlie Sheen. He's in that movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the general, colonel, or whatever he was. But yeah, Charlie Sheen's in there. Tom Berenger from Platoon.
Arlie Ermey.
Yeah, you can't forget him.
Straight up, yeah. Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
You got the guy who plays the guy who kills him in that movie. He plays Kingpin now. The bald guy. What was his nickname in Full Metal Jacket?
Pork Chop.
No. Wasn't Pork Chop. That wasn't his name.
What was his name?
Willem Dafoe. Not a bad pick. Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Benghazi and Jack Ryan series. Michael Chiklis. I don't know Michael Chiklis, but Michael Cudlitz. He plays in Band of Brothers as Bull, the guy with the cigar in his mouth. And then he also plays Abraham in The Walking Dead. Vincent D'Onofrio. I think that's the name of the guy who plays Ethan Hawke as an action hero. What have I seen Ethan Hawke in? Is he in Tombstone?
Oh, what's his name from Tombstone?
Law Ream says Alan Rickson, my new favorite action actor of all time. Reacher. That's the guy who plays Reacher, I think. Yeah, Reacher, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Blue Mountain State, Fast X, Hunger Games.
Reacher was in Hunger Games?
Yeah, in the last one. Yeah, he was Abraham, Michael Cudlitz, Abraham in The Walking Dead. Yeah, he played in one that we haven't mentioned. What's his name? He plays in Sons of Anarchy. He plays Hellboy. He plays in the
I know you're talking about
Pacific Rim.
I can see his face.
What's his name? That's all he does is action.
Was he the guy that played Thanos as well?
The very first Thanos. Josh Brolin, who played in The Goonies
And
as the older brother. Deadpool.
He was Cable.
Thanos. Yeah, he also played in No Country for Old Men.
That's a weird movie.
Ron Perlman, that's his name. Yeah, Ron Perlman.
What about Carl Winslow?
I mean, he's a cop in Family Matters.
He's also a cop in Die Hard.
He's a cop in Hooch, or Turner Hooch. He's a cop in Die Hard. So I guess you could put him in there as action.
What about Paul Blart?
Kevin James?
Because he did Here Come the Boom as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch any of his COVID shorts?
No. Oh, yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious stuff.
Yeah. Ron Perlman's a good one. Because he's a voice of a lot of video game characters, too.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a voice of a character in Fallout New Vegas. Law is, I'm really impressed with Chief's memory recall.
That's because he spent so much time watching movies instead of working on
ask
the Bob the Cigar Guy
about my
channel.
memory recall.
He needs to be on the Barb Cigar Guy channel as much
who's
as
the
in
actor
the movies.
in I haven't seen The Highlander.
Oh, I forget. That's an old movie.
I'm trying to think of any. I don't know if that actor ever panned out to be anything. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything ever again. Is the other guy in the Clint Eastwood movie? He's a gunny sergeant. What's that? Your favorite movie in the world?
Harper Ridge?
Harper Ridge. He plays it's the black kid with the earring who does all.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't think
I don't know if he ever did anything
other
else.
than that.
He was such a main character. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have you heard of Kevin James's Cigar Bit on Netflix? I have not.
I have not.
Hero was Christopher Lambert. Will Ferrell and the other guys. I would never classify Will Ferrell as an action anything.
Kevin Hart's been in a lot of action movies, believe it or not.
Ride Along, Central Intelligence. I wouldn't classify Kevin Hart as an action anything either. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, Tropic Thunder, Sherlock Holmes, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine, as the boxing father in Real Steel. Yeah, Hugh Jackman deserves to be up there. John Cena, we'd put him up there, but nobody would be able to see him. Get it? Charles Emerson said Vin Diesel. Cal's a lead farmer. That's a Fallout reference. Well, that was Fallout 2.
Why did they use bottle caps as currency? I don't understand that.
Because there is no other form of currency. And
Bottle
Nuka-Cola was everywhere.
Yeah, but it's bottle caps. I mean, there's no real tangible.
Jay Bates coming from the IMDb app. Mario Van Peebles.
That was from
Carl Weathers.
Harper Ridge.
What about Carl Weathers? Apollo?
All right.
Apollo Creed? Bottle caps are backed by water, which is a rare resource. What else? I'm trying to go through my
Rolodex of
list of
action
characters.
heroes.
Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan. Wasn't in it for long.
He died. He got shot.
Yeah.
Can rewrite it and give it to my dad. It's got blood all over it.
That's a sad scene, man. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Matt Damon as an actor, is because Matt Damon got everybody killed. They were all trying to save him. And then it was like, or Tom Hanks tells him, make it worth it. And then you kind of find out that he's done nothing with his life. And it's like, did I make it worth it? To be this old man sitting here in Normandy 50 years later? It's like, no! They all died for nothing. Dan Burns says, I told my wife Vin Diesel and The Rock were a couple.
That's funny.
I think I'm pretty tapped out on action heroes or action stars. We said Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
right?
We probably rattled off 100. Yeah,
Brad Pitt's in Fury. Brad Pitt is in Inglourious Bastards. Brad Pitt's in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Fury was a great movie.
Fury is a good movie. John Bernthal is in Fury. He's the guy who plays the Punisher currently. He also played Shane in The Walking Dead.
He's an action hero.
That's a good. He's a really good actor. I like him a lot. He was also in The Wolf of Wall Street.
What's his name from Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
He's got a weird name.
Yeah.
They're gonna make Peaky Blinders a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fury was an amazing movie. Whack Pack with Christopher Reeve. Put him on the handicaps ad.
I was going to say you'd have to have a ramp for him.
Well,
fell off a horse.
Is that what did it?
Fell off a horse.
I'm going through my movies in my head of characters we might have missed out on that are notable action stars. We said Jamie Foxx, but like he's got a pretty good list of like Django. Obviously, is like his big time like action movie. I think. Will Smith, he's got a lot. I mean, Will Smith's got. He's got I Am Legend, Wild Wild West,
Men in Black,
all the police movies, Men in Black movies. Yeah, I mean
that one where him and his son went to some
Mark
planet.
Hamill as Luke Skywalker. I mean, he also is the voice of the Joker in the animated series. Christy K says, remember movies without CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Banderas.
All right. Zorro.
Andre the Giant.
In the Princess Bride.
Just straight action and acting. Optimus Prime. I guess Shia LaBeouf could get in there, right? Because he's in Fury. He gets in fist fights in Peanut Butter Falcon, which is a fantastic movie.
That was a great movie.
I love Peanut Butter Falcon.
That was with the autistic kid, right?
Down syndrome kid.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That movie is so great.
That was a good movie.
I don't know. It's got some. It says I've got 2 more likes, but the like count hasn't, or the people count hasn't updated for me. So the 2 people on Facebook who have liked or loved. Oh no, it's not. It's just going. It's not. Hayden Christensen as Anakin. Not a bad pick either. Who else? There's one guy, I don't know his name. He's in the Benghazi movie. He's also a bad guy in Iron Man 3. He's the one who gets in the War Machine Iron Man armor and captures the president. That guy.
He gets hot.
Yeah, Lawless is a good movie. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf in Lawless. Whack Pack with Liam Neeson, not a bad pick.
Another guy in Lawless is
we already talked about him.
Yeah, we did talk about him.
He plays as Bane.
Yeah.
Yes, Laureen. We talked about Chris Hemsworth. We talked about him in obviously as Thor. He also plays in the Horse Soldier movie. He plays in the Extraction movies.
Do we ever talk about cigars on Chief Talk?
That's one thing we didn't do is we didn't say which obviously was Sylvester Stallone and
Clint Eastwood.
Arnold and Clint Eastwood. Like there's 3 cigar smokers right there. Like, we'll do that. What is your celebrity cigar smoker Rushmore? And I will allow cigar celebrities as well. So Steve Saka, Nick Melillo,
you can't do
Pop
that.
Fuente. Yeah, I'll allow that.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I will.
You can't do that. That's because that trumps so many actors.
Okay, fine. Then we'll do action heroes that smoke cigars. So then obviously you've got 3 right off the bat right there with
Al Pacino,
Sly.
What's his name for The Sopranos?
Yeah, Robert Gandolfini.
Kingpin.
Does Kingpin smoke on the show? I haven't watched Kingpin.
He used to smoke in the cartoons in the comic book.
Oh, then Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Lobo hasn't come out yet, or
so now what you're doing is you're not taking celebrities who are cigar smokers. You're taking fictional characters who are cigar smokers. That's not bad. Yeah, let's do fictional cigar smokers.
Lobo.
So I'm putting Logan.
Wolverine.
For sure.
Ben Grimm.
Who's that?
Thing. Fantastic Four.
Sergeant Rock.
Oh.
And
the Howling Commandos.
Laureen is going with the Celebrity Rushmore: Winston Churchill, Michael Jordan, Jack Nicholson. So we're going fictional now. So I've got the Wolverine, Logan himself, Arnold in Terminator. And also, actually, was he more of a cigar smoker in Terminator, or was he more of a cigar smoker in Predator?
Predator.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura was a cigar smoker in Predator.
In Terminator,
too.
He gets a cigar put out on his chest. I don't think he smokes a cigar.
Commando, he smokes cigars.
I want to say in Predator, maybe it is Commando.
Jesse, the Body Ventura smokes cigars in that.
Jay Bates is currently smoking a T52 with an old fashioned. Cal says Predator. Chris Duquesne is Nick Fury. Ron says my uncle used to smoke cigars with Arnold in LA years ago. We got him to autograph a copy of Cigar Aficionado magazine. Whoa, that's awesome. What about George Burns? I know he was a comedian, but I'd count him. I'm trying to think of other people that I've seen smoke cigars. So I'm going Abraham from The Walking Dead, because even in The Walking Dead he's smoking cigars. And I'll double dip on Abraham and also Bull in Band of Brothers. I'll double dip same character.
They need more cigar smokers in movies.
Charles says Arnold isn't acting when he smokes cigars. No, he's not.
Now, Al Pacino. Scarface.
Right? Scarface, not a bad one. But
that's iconic. But that's iconic. That character is iconic. Head. Sitting in his big old tub with the cigar.
Ron says, "Take care, guys. I have to go to a meeting about Lego models. Nice. Enjoy." J Lo. Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah. Daily Bugle. I'm putting him up there too because I like him just as an actor. I'll put J. Jonah up there. I'm trying to think of others that I've seen.
It's already 10 o'clock.
Smoking cigars. I don't know. The Mechanic on Black Sheep. I haven't seen Black Sheep.
I know you usually ask me what's going on and what's new in the past week and this and that.
Oh, I did that earlier.
I got my welder up and running.
Oh, I saw you were tinkering with stuff out there.
Yeah. So I'm starting to weld stuff. So I got the forge going. I got the welder going. I got I got a new to me drill press. Got the plasma cutter. I got the lathe. Well, I'm
Have you taken out fire insurance on the building yet?
No, but I did weld in the building. And so I swept up. And then I waited till it got dark, and I came out here and cut all the lights off, and I started looking around to see if there's any embers burning.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if I would do that again.
I came out and checked it like 2 hours later.
You need to get a slag and spark resistant matte shield to just like drape across the whole.
Well, the welding wasn't bad. It was when I pulled out the grinder and I set my shirt on fire, which I do all the time.
Charles Adams wants to know, what welder do you have?
I've got a Lincoln. The biggest Lincoln you can have to run a 20 amp 110 MIG. I don't stick weld. I can't stick weld for crap. I get stuck. I can TIG a little bit, but not worth talking about. My TIG is bad. But I can MIG pretty good. I had a lot of experience doing sheet metal welding with auto body. I can weld sheet metal really well, and then I can do structural welding as well because I worked for a HVAC company doing commercial work, and I was in charge of. I was a shop steward, shop superintendent, and I had to do the welding tests on all the pipe welders and the.
Christy K's got to bail, my brother. It's good to spend time with y'all tonight. Have an awesome night. We're about to bail as well. I just got the text from the wife that the littlest is not going to bed, and I'm normally the one who puts him to sleep. So, thank you all for hanging out with us. Bob the Cigar Guy, he did end up showing up tonight. We got up to 34 people this evening, so we can start our 30 streak over. But we continue the 20 streak.
And as soon as we hit 50 on one feed, Steve was going to shave off his beard.
Oh,
just half.
Nope.
Left half, right half, his choice.
No. So thank you all for hanging out with us. We're going to get out of here. I'll see you next week. And I think by next Thursday, we'll be done with all of our PCA footage. Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure completely, but I think that's what it is. We love y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com. Time to relax. Whew. Man, I'm beat. Whew. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. Go home. Show's over. What are you waiting for? You waiting for another show? This is a one-ticket entry. Go. Bye. Go. Go. Go.